The infamous fence jump was one of the most impressive athletic feats I've seen in quite some time. I looked at this thing like it was the Zapruder film. After he lifts off, he doesn't touch anything again. Over the fence, no, doesn't touch the fence, over, up and to the left, up and to the left. That's where he goes. It's impressive. And the fence was about anywhere between 6.5 to 7 feet tall, so quite a leap, even for a guy who's about 6'5", 6'6". It was a dramatic moment. I was there. I was approximately 10 yards behind him, and I was the one who yelled his name. I thought I had him boxed in because of the fence. Little did I know I did not, and I was dealing with an NFL athlete that could easily make waste of that fence. And there's another anecdotal moment where I go back to face the fence myself. You'll see that as well. Usually with these bachelors, I can keep up with them. Colton, I cannot keep up with. Yeah, I mean, this guy, when you say an NFL athlete, these guys are superb. So we're talking the top 1%. He got over that fence like that. It was impressive. If you say it's dramatic, people are like, oh, that means drama and villains and tears. And yes, there will be that. But the emotional kind of journey you go through with Colton this season and the stories that come out between the women, between Colton, it's a lot deeper than we usually get. I'll just say that. The virginity thing's out there, and yes, night one, there's going to be a lot of cliches and a lot of little funny one-liners, but once we get past that, and I know we will, and we deal with the man that Colton is, why he is the way he is, how he got here, that'll speak for itself about his sincerity and readiness and where he is in his life. I knew the cocktail joke part of the virginity was going to be a thing, and I'm ready to get past that. I know he is too. And look, the good news is he has a good sense of humor about it. He's a good sport, but all I can say is you're going to have to watch. He's ready. He's a very good, sincere man, and that goes back to the drama and the emotion of this season of when we get to that point of dealing with why he is the way he is. It's very, very vulnerable, very emotional, and it's some of the more compelling TV I think you'll see in quite some time. If I could compare it to a man and to a season maybe, it would be Sean's season of The Bachelor. Only because, when Sean was on Emily's season of The Bachelorette, everyone kind of liked him. He was kind of funny, but that's all you knew. And then once you got to know him on The Bachelor, everybody really fell in love. Like, wow, this guy's very faith-driven, and he did have the virgin angle. He was kind of this born-again, virtuous guy. And that's kind of the same guy Colton is. And I think also when you get to know Colton, like Sean, you realize he's got this great self-deprecating sense of humor, and there's a lot more to him once you get to know the depth of the man. But then a lot of similarities drop away once you get into, the deeper stories. But one thing that I kept striking me is just what a humble, good man he is. He is a kind, good man. And some of that you'll see, obviously on the show and the way he treats the women and being respectful, and he's a gentleman. But just behind the scenes, things that you will never get to see, how he treats our crew, how he treats, craft services and makeup and wardrobe, and just, there's a lot of people tugging at you when you're the Bachelor. There's a lot of things asked of you, and he was always just so generous with his time. And even when you're just dead tired, and we've gotten off a 30-hour flight, because we really do travel the world this year. We're in Singapore, we're in Thailand, we're in Vietnam. We go back to his hometown in Denver. So that's a beating. And every time he gets off the plane and we got to go in and start shooting, and he gets it. He gets that everything he has to do, there's people behind him that have done a lot more, and he understood that. And so I just think he's a really good, generous man, and I think that will come out, but there's more to it than that I got to see.